Welcome to the first module of the study program. What is design management? Professor Stephen Emmett from Bath University describes design management as a process of managing people, information, resources, and innovative technology. Design management is therefore multi-layered and diverse, and the implementation will differ from one project to the next. The size and complexity of a building will influence the design process, which in turn will affect the associated design management function. Design management is not just a matter of checking drawings and attending meetings and workshops. It is intrinsically connected to all aspects of a project, such as safety, sustainability, buildability, and quality. The decisions that are made during the design process can also influence the end users, the environment, the local community. In fact, the entire life cycle of a building is determined and shaped by design and design management. From inception to completion, the design, development, and design management function starts with the earliest feasibility studies and planning stages and continues during the preparation of any legal agreements between parties, through the concept and spatial design process and technical design development, and ultimately the handover to the site delivery team, and continues throughout the construction process, right up until the final handover and occupation of that building. Design professionals are the creators and translators of their own architectural and engineering design delivery and all associated specialist design. Designers focus on the configuration of a building, whereas a design management function facilitates and supports this activity. One thing that is really important to state, however, is that design management is not necessarily a person or an assigned role, but rather a function interacting with all processes and parties on a construction team, particularly the design team, the clients, and the construction teams. More recently, in the United Kingdom construction industry, design managers are being appointed by main contractors and by subcontractors, as well as by developers, because these project teams may not have the design management function in-house. Architects, interior designers, landscapers, and engineers, they have those resources and skills as part of their training, but builders and investors often do not. For this module and study program, however, we are going to focus on the role of the design managers who are appointed by main contractors and developers, rather than, say, design managers who work for design studios or who support professional design teams. The construction or investor's design facilitator could be an organization or an individual who checks and monitors the output of the design team on their behalf. To conclude, we will have a look at a survey that was sent out to all members on the database of the Design Managers Association. What they were asked was, what is the main role of a design manager? And these are the answers. 30% of the respondents said that the main role was to manage the design team. Next up, 16% felt that design managers should be commenting on and reviewing drawings, stage reports, specifications, and other design information. Another 15% said liaison with third parties, such as the local planning authority, building control, statutory bodies, and warranty providers, was a key part of a design manager's role. 13% felt that the selection and appointment of the design team was the most important. And this is really a pre-construction design manager's responsibility, where the terms and conditions and scope of services are agreed and a design responsibility matrix is produced. 7% came in with coordination of the overall design with CDPs, which stands for the contractor's design portion, and we will learn about this in more detail later on. This is design information, such as drawings, technical submittals, and calculations produced by specialist subcontractors, and a design manager helps to coordinate all of this technical information back into the consultant's master design. Next up, manage the design risk. And at the end of the day, all of the actions taken by an effective and competent design management function goes towards reducing and eliminating all of the risks of an overall project. And finally, produce tools for reporting. And these tools can be trackers, matrices, programs, or even just reports and minutes of meetings. We will have a look at a design manager's toolkit in a lot more detail in a later module. All of the activities that you see on the screen are interconnected, and it's very difficult to separate one function from the next or prioritize one over the other. That brings us to the end of the first chapter, which introduces the topic and outlines the basic definition of design management.